Real quick tutorial. You just stick your inline fuse right to this bolt on an 05 Ram, and usually it comes with the pre-cut amp install kit, and I would recommend taking out the fuse. It's a 50 amp fuse. Take it out, clean this up right here, clean it up real good. Everything around it you can see is a bunch of dust everywhere because I just cleaned it up. And run it through the clutch delete plate. You can see with that red wires going right through there. It's just a piece of plastic. Yep. Booyah. And so, you know, this is an automatic, but they make the firewall the same with the automatics and manuals. So this is a clutch delete plate where a clutch would penetrate the firewall. It's plastic, so it's easy to drill through. As you can see, I made it a little bit big. Oh no, I'm just gonna fill it with silicone when I'm done. Here's my little trim and floor mat. Take those out, of course. This trim comes right off of here, and you can see the little spots it pokes into. All you got to do is pry up, and I have this beautiful kit here with these nylon pry tools so they don't scar up your trim. Do not use a regular screwdriver, anything metal. It's going to scar up your trim. I mean, if you don't mind just scarring up your trim, go for it. Otherwise, here you can see a red wire for the amp coming through that clutch delete plate. Just wrap it around some stuff and put it underneath the carpet. As you can see, just running right there parallel with some other wires. Not sure what they're for yet. Don't care. Just installing the amp. Right here, you can see I've already ran that power wire to the amp from the battery positive terminal. Right through here, I just kind of fished it in. And a lot of people tell you to take out the seats, yada yada yada, whatever. If you want to, go for it. It was really easy. It took me a minute to start feeding this wire that way to the little slit that's already cut where the power goes to your seat. All right, that's all you gotta do. Shove it in there and pull it through. You got your most of your amp is dealt with. The rest is easy peasy. Maybe you don't know, but all you have to do is undo a screw right here, and this whole thing comes right out, no problem. This is a fancy Pioneer deck, or at least it was a decade ago, and easy peasy. I got a preamp output, so all I'm gonna do is hook up my amp now. And you know, you might want to get in here, lift this up, scrape the body, you know, like sand it down to steel, get the paint off if you want to do a ground there. But I have done since I was young. It's just this: drill a hole into the seat post, and hook up your ground wire right there. It has worked for me every time. And of course, I will hook up the ground wire into that hole, and then I'll put a couple set screws on each side of it so it does not move. And then my amp, I'm just using, it's a, 2-channel mono, old school Rockford Fosgate. I've had this in the last, 3 or 4 vehicles, and I love it, and it still works. So why get a new one when it does what I want it to do? It fits nicely right underneath that seat. So yeah, if you had more than a 2-channel amp, you might want to put it on like a piece of wood. I've heard rumors that it might help with sound quality and keeping any sort of road noise or electrical noise from occurring in your speakers. But when you're only running an amp like I am now to your subwoofer, this is the way to go. Easy peasy. This has worked for me for the last decade, so I'm going to continue using it. Hope this helps.